Hello, and welcome to a quick but hopefully informative PD session on culture and collaboration. Before we begin, I just want to start by quickly introducing myself. My name is Taylor Hudson. This will be my third year teaching at Valley, so I'm a veteran officially. I am a biology teacher. I'll be teaching a co-taught academic biology, research biology, and for the first time, AP biology. So now that you know a little bit more about me, let's get into the heart of this PD and start off with our guiding question, which is how do we create a safe and positive culture in our classroom for all of our students? Sue said it at our opening meeting, but relationships are going to be huge this year, especially at the start of the school year. So, what I really want to do is just share a few simple non-content specific ideas, strategies, and activities that you can easily implement. They are not hard at all. And start using in your classes in order to create that sense of community and to foster collaboration with your students. All right, so first strategy, share out activities. These can be used at the start of the class and at the end of the class. An example of a opening shared activity is highs and lows. This one I got from Michael Scavarch. I saw him use this in a Prism Club. I saw it, I loved it, and I used it with my classes. My kids absolutely love this activity, and if I forget to start class with highs and lows, they stop me. They notice. So basically, what it is, it's pretty self explanatory. You have students share something good that's happened to them since the last time that you saw each other, which is their high, and then something maybe not so good that has happened to them since the last time you met. They don't have to be big things, they can be really small things, but it's a really, really, really great way to get to know your students, have your students get to know each other, have your students feel comfortable sharing and being themselves in their class. At the beginning of the year, I find that I tend to have to kind of, get the ball rolling. I try to always have a high and a low to share. I try to make it as funny as possible. And as the class progresses, they'll get more and more comfortable with sharing, and you may not even have to share anymore. But yeah, really great strategy, really easy to implement. It only takes about 5 minutes. You obviously can't let anyone share, and it's a great way to start building that positive classroom community. An example of a closing shared activity is called the three A's. The A's in this activity stand for appreciation, apology, and aha. Appreciation is when students can express gratitude or publicly acknowledge someone in the class who may have helped them out. It can be something as big as explaining this confusing problem that they've been stuck on forever, or it can be something as small as letting them borrow a pencil. An apology is a time in which students and even us as teachers can take ownership for something that may have happened in the class. So, for example, I talk a lot. I talk fast, and sometimes I say things incorrectly. I may have meant to say the assignment will be on schoology, but actually the assignment is going to be I don't know, on email, right? And if I've made that mistake and I've tried to clarify it, this is a really great way of just making sure before the class ends that that clarification has been made. It's also a really good opportunity for kids to take ownership of something that may have happened. So maybe they were on their cell phone a lot and you had to constantly remind them in class about their cell phone, or if we're talking virtually, maybe they keep on trying to have, private conversations in the Google Meet chat and you have to, remind them about it. This is their opportunity to take ownership of maybe that not so great behavior. And it's also an opportunity for you to publicly accept that apology and start off the next class on a fresh slate. All right, so the aha part is an epiphany that a student may have had in the class. Once again, this can be content related or non content related. So, as a biology teacher, a content related aha could be I finally understand how mitosis and meiosis are different. Or a non content related aha could be I finally understand how to use the emoji features on Google Meet so I can give a thumbs up when Miss Hudson say, give me a thumbs up. So it could be anything as big or as small as that. Another really, really great community building activity. It brings the class together. It puts a nice end to the class. Sometimes the end of classes can be a little bit chaotic. Kids may want to shut down because the time is ticking. So it kind of just brings everyone together, allows you to kind of sum up some of the key things that may have been learned. And it also gives students an opportunity to reflect on the class and what they may have gotten out of it, or how they may want to make the next class a better one. So, this strategy I got from an amazing online resource called Edutopia. There's actually a video that goes along with this one. I've left a QR code here, so feel free to pause the video, check out pause this video and check out the other video. It's only 60 seconds, and it's really a great way to be able to see how it's demonstrated. All right. So, the second strategy I want to talk to you guys about is ways we can create collaborative spaces. When we were in school, I tried to create collaborative spaces by the way I arranged my classroom. I got rid of all my desks and I replaced all my desks with tables. I love desks. I'm sitting at a desk right now making this presentation, but there's something about a desk that kind of fosters independent work. A desk is kind of an island of one. But when you have kids sitting at a table or maybe even just desks that are mashed together, kids are right next to each other. And naturally, collaboration is going to happen. And once students are put in these groups, there is a wide variety of group activities that you can do afterwards. Shay Finney, in her presentation, she talks about how she utilizes writing groups and even a way that she uses personality tests to group up her students. So if you want to learn more about ways you can group students and things you can do with students in groups, please check out her video as well. We can also organize our classroom to encourage collaboration in a virtual setting. And one great way to do that is to use breakout rooms. Now, I know what you're thinking. Google Meet doesn't have breakout rooms. And officially, they don't. But with a little bit of innovation, you can create your own type of breakout rooms pretty easily on Google Meet and allow students to work in group settings even when they're in a virtual classroom. So if you're wondering how you can go about making these Google Meet breakout rooms, please check out this video here. It's a little bit longer. It's about 6 or 7 minutes. He does talk a lot about Google Classroom, but if you kind of ignore Google Classroom and replace it with Schoology, it's very, very, very easy to apply. And I think it's something that we can all utilize really see it in our classroom and to help us build collaboration and to help us really foster that sense of community in our classes. All right. Last but not least, I told you this would be nice and short. A strategy I want to talk about is actually activity, and it's called the snowball toss. Now, I'll be completely honest, this is an activity that I've only done in person. I haven't been able to do it in a virtual setting, but I know that we are all extremely innovative. And I'm sure we can take this kind of activity and figure out a way we can implement it in our classes. So it's really simple. And it's another closeout activity, kind of like the 3 A's that I mentioned before. But in this one, I like to use this activity as a way for students to express maybe concerns, apprehensions, or worries that they have. So, one way I plan on using this strategy this year would be with my AP students. For a lot of them, this will be their first time teaching an AP course. This will be my first time teaching an AP course. And so I think we all have a lot of worries and concerns. And so this is a way that we can all kind of see that we're in this together and that maybe your concern is the same as someone else's. So, how do you do it? Quite simply, you have students write down their concern onto a piece of paper. Maybe it's a question. Uh, this could be a really great review activity as well if you wanted to do this before you have an assessment to see what students are still really confused about. Maybe they can write that confusing topic or what they need more clarification on a piece of paper. They write it on a piece of paper. They do not put their name on it. This is going to be completely anonymous. And they crumble it up. And this is where the fun part happens. They toss it. Now, I don't recommend tossing them at each other. I prefer tossing them into something like a basket, even like an empty recycling bin, a hula hoop. But they toss it. It's a little bit of fun. After they toss their paper, students can go back and just select any random ball of paper. Maybe you want to go and collect them and pass them out. And then as a class, you kind of circle up and you read the papers aloud. Remember, we don't know who it's from, it's completely anonymous. But the idea is to get these concerns and worries out there. More than likely, you're going to see the same concern come up again and again. And students will begin to feel that, oh my goodness, I'm not the only one who thinks this way. I'm not the only one who feels this way. And you as a teacher can understand, ooh, they are really worried about this. What are things that I can do to address this specific concern? It kind of brings the class together, and you can further foster this community building by asking questions such as, what are some common concerns that you're seeing? What are some trends that we're seeing here? And then, even more specifically, what are ways that we as a class can come together to address these concerns? Or what are ways that I as a teacher can better address these concerns for you all? So, like I said, another really great, positive classroom environment. It allows students to feel heard, but not singled out, uh, and safe in the class that they're in. So, just like the other strategy, I have a video for this one. I got this one from another Edutopia article. Once again, great site. So, please go ahead, take the time and watch this video if you want to see it in action. They do throw the snowballs at each other in this video. Don't really recommend that, but it's the idea behind the sharing and building the community that I really wanted to share with you guys. All right. So that is it from me. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. I hope you walked away with at least one strategy or an idea that you feel that you can use in your classroom this year to help build that sense of community and make your classroom a positive and safe learning environment for all of your kids. Best of luck this school year.